My first aha moment was when I was 7 years old and I realised that the planes in the sky weren't actually tiny planes for tiny civilizations somewhere, they were just really far away. I wasn't the brightest of kids, but I learned early on that the biggest lessons in life come in the form of aha moments. And this is ever so true on the arduous journey of learning to play guitar. And today, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest aha moments that my students get when they first start to work with me.
Oh, yeah. Ah, right, yeah. It's easy it's easy when you know how.
And honestly, without being like super cheesy, this might just be the defining moment that elevates your guitar playing to the next level. Let's go. So in this lesson, I'm going to guide you through the same steps that I take my students through to get to this aha moment where we break away from the first 3 frets of the guitar and you can unleash your creativity all over the fretboard, getting right up to the dusty end without even thinking about it. This is all the stuff that the great guitarists know how to do, and this is what we're going to get into right now. So let's start off with our chords. Today we're going to use 3 chords, an E, an A, and a B. Alright, but don't worry about the bar chord aspect right now, right? You've got an E, an A, and a B, or you could even play a B7. Alright, now we're going to start here. I'm just going to guide you through a few steps and you're going to get there, okay? So we're going to start with the E chord and we're going to play it. Like this. So we're going to start with our index finger free and we're going to use our middle finger here. And I've made this little diagram and I've flipped it to make it a little easier to read. Alright, so hope that's okay. Now, we've got the E chord in black. The purple notes, or as I call them, the fun notes, they're in purple. And we've got this associated pentatonic shape. That's what it is. All these notes are in the pentatonic scale and they always move with the shape. Okay, and we'll get into that in a second. But every time you play this shape, you're always going to have these notes available to you. So it's important that we start to build up some muscle memory with that, alright? So that when you play an E chord, you can then take your third finger up, slide from 2 to 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, and the root note's always there in the D string, alright, with your index finger. And you want to just start don't need to be too musical with it right now, right? You just need to basically visualize, see where the notes are, and just practice. Alright, and this is where all the juicy licks are going to come into, but we'll get to that in a second. The first thing I want you to do now, or the next thing I want you to do, is to take this shape and we want us to move it. And we're going to come up here to the 5th fret, I'm going to bar the 5th fret and keep playing that E shape. Now if you can't bar, that's fine, just release the bar and play that, alright? Sounds even better, so you would say, right? But I'm going to keep it bar chord for now. But if you can't again, just release the bar. Now, this is where aha moments start to happen, right? Because we can then take the same pattern and do the exact same thing. If we build that muscle memory, then instinctively our fingers should start to go. But this time, instead of playing the open note, I come back to the 5th fret and I play the root in that position, okay? So again, third finger up. A pentatonic, alright? So basically here I'm playing E major pentatonic. Over here, I'm playing A major pentatonic. And guess what? If I move this up to the B, alright, in the 7th fret, and again, you can release the bar. That's what I love about the key of E. You can play these open voicings and they sound just as good. The same thing. Alright, that's why it's important to build the muscle memory with these movements. Because every time you play that shape, you're always going to have the licks on your doorstep. Alright, you with me? Okay, and hopefully you're starting to see it's starting to sink in, right? This is where you move a shape and you move the pentatonic scale with it. It's always connected, always connected. All right, now we're going to take it up a step, okay? And we're going to add some more notes. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little bit more tricky. But stay with me here, right? We're going to start again at the E shape. And this time when we get to here, all right, we're going to move up to the 6th fret. Okay, again with our 3rd finger. And then 4, 6 on the G, B with the on the 5th fret with our middle finger. Alright, so effectively now we've got more pentatonic notes to play with. More fun notes. And again, we don't need to concentrate on making it so musical right now, we just need to build that muscle memory. I'm going to show you a couple of licks to use in a second. But let's practice that. Play the E chord and then 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 5. Let's climb back again. Okay, and guess what? We're going to do the exact same thing up here. But this time we're starting from 7 and we're doing the exact same pattern. 7, 9, up to 11, 9, 11, this time 10 here. Okay? Now I want you to pay attention to the note that your middle finger lies on here, right? Because this note here is the root note. So in this case, this is the A note. Alright, so I'm playing A major pentatonic. Okay, and then of course when I do it here on the B, this time I'm starting from 9 to 11. And I get to 12 here, that's the B note. Okay? That's the E note. Like that. Okay, so far the full practice we'll call it this. E. Okay, and then A, B, E. Okay, so the next stage, the next thing we want to do is we want to take all those building blocks and then we want to start creating some cool little licks and riffs and fills with our chord shapes. Alright, so this is a lot of fun and we're going to start here. Alright, so let's just take the E chord here. And what I want us to bring our attention to is, again, where the E note is, alright, which we discussed, and it's in this little triangle place of the scale, alright, so we've got 4, 5, 6, and this is a little Hendrix spot where we've got this little double stop, which is really fun to play, alright. So we can take 4 and 5 here and then hammer on getting both strings from 4 to 6. Alright, I'm just hammering on the G string, 46, but I'm getting the B like that. Then I can slide from 6 to 4 and land on 2. That would be the root note there. So I'm going from E to E, alright? Just look. And then of course I can do the same thing with the A. Remember I've got the A note here on the B string. And then the B, I've got the 12th fret. Alright. And then you can just add in some other licks, just using the scale. And another little spot that I like to hit is here on the 4th fret of the D string. Okay, we don't need to start at the top, right? We just pick little bits out. So here I'm going from 4 to 6 on the D, 4 on the G, and then slide back again. Alright, and then you just need to work where that would be in each part of the scale. So in here in the A, we would start on the 9th fret, alright? So, and then with the B again, you would start here on the 11th fret to get to that same spot. And then you can create some cool stuff.